The suspect is deceased on the spot. Right?
This is your third deputy involved in the week. How do you guys feel about that?
It's not a matter of how we feel. We're coming to do our job at the response to the citizens that called us here. We don't ask people to fight with us that are armed. We don't ask people to draw guns on us to try to kill us. And if they do, then we're going to take the action that we have to do so they don't shoot and kill us. We'll be back to you in a little bit.
He was just trying to step in between her and another girl getting in a fight. That's all he was doing. And he got shot and killed over it.
So he wasn't here when everything happened, right?
No, he was here. He was here when it happened.
Had you known him as an aggressive guy?
No, absolutely not. He's a sweet guy. Very nice. There's no way he would be a threat to police officers especially. If anything, he'd be afraid of cops, like not trying to cause violence or stir trouble. He was just trying to protect his girlfriend.
Where's his girlfriend now?
She's getting questioned in a cop car.
First and last name, I spell it just in case.
Mine or his? Angela, A-N-G-E-L-A, Osgood, O-S-G-O-O-D. Boy Beach.
I just need your thing else. I mean, you heard about this. Kind of recap how you heard about this. Did you get a phone call?
I got a phone call as soon as he got shot, like a text. I saw actually someone posted a status on Facebook from inside a cop car saying, "I just saw Victor get shot and killed, like, and died right in front of me. And I'm sorry, Taylor, who's his girlfriend, who's here." And then I texted him right away as soon as it happened, like, "Oh my God, where did it happen?" He told me where it was. I came here, and he told me exactly what happened. That's pretty much it.
What was Victor like?
He's just a nice guy. Like, he was a good boyfriend to his girlfriend, and they go on vacations all the time. Like, they've been actually, I'm surprised they're in town. They've been out of town a lot lately. They've been going out of town.
What does Victor do? Good job.
I don't know what he does for a living, actually. Yeah.
How are you feeling right now? I mean, honestly, you came to the scene here.
I'm shocked. I can't believe it. There's no way that he would be a threat to the police. So I'm baffled. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Someplace you don't want to go right now. You're going someplace you don't want to go.
I wasn't trying to go anywhere.
Please tell me you were rolling on that.
I just want to get part of it. I don't got evidence at all.
You always, whenever there's something going on, you always just take the camera circle.
He tried to, yeah. But I gave him something at the end, but I'm like, dude, it's not evidence. Number one, unless there's no reason for you to call that evidence.
It's on Facebook. We've all seen it.
Listen, I can tell you this much. My friend Taylor has had a bad history with being beaten by men, and she came up to me tonight actually, and she said this guy's amazing. She said this guy's never laid a hand on me. He loves me. All this shit, and then this happened. She's heartbroken over it. They're gonna get married.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, because this is the thing. We have one side, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's the sheriff.
If you want to put your side out there, we can only we have to interview talk. You know, people have to hear it from you.
Yeah, what you said, yeah.
Exactly.
Basically,
so, and it's up to you. But if you want your side out there,
especially because this other girl we talked to, she wasn't even here that night.
You weren't here.
And so if you
right
literally
next to everything
saw them moving the gun, you know, so that's...
Yeah, I saw them take the gun off of him. Take it off of him, throw it on the ground. Slip. and said, "Oh, that gun's gonna get scratched." You know, in my subconsciousness.
So what was last night like?
Last night,
Yeah.
it was just another night, man. It was just hanging out at the bar. You know, just another night. And then two girls started arguing. They went back and forth at it. Victor went to break them up. Then the owner of the bar got involved with Victor. They scrapped a little bit. Then, you know, the owner of the bar called the cops. Then the cops came. They wrestled Victor. You know, wrestled him on the ground. Found out he had a gun. They took his gun off of him. Threw it offside, away from him. The kid has a broken arm. They had two cops holding him on the ground. And then the third cop proceeded to just put his gun to his side and shoot him twice. He died almost instantly. I heard him breathe once, and then it was over.
And you were showing me, can you show me exactly what you saw?
All right. Victor was bent over on the ground. His gun was in his pants. They took the gun out, threw it, put the gun to his side, and shot him twice. And he just kind of slumped over, and that was it.
So now, if somebody else did this to your friend, what would you call it?
Murder. Straight up murder. That's what it was. The cop, they give you a million things to go without, you know, non-lethal this, non-lethal that. You have a taser, you have a million training methods to not kill somebody, and the first thing this officer did was resort to shooting him to death. I mean, it was unnecessary. It was completely unnecessary.
And you said that what was the future going to be for him?
I mean, as far as I know, he was gonna get married to my friend Taylor, and they were gonna, you know, have a kid and have a happy life together. Like I said, she was like, "This is the one kid I found. He's Mr. Amazing." You know, she's had a long history of guys beating her. This guy had never laid a harmful hand on her, and she was just bragging about him. Literally 20 minutes before all this happened, she was bragging about how spectacular, how much of a great guy he is to her. You know, he's so anyway. He is a polite guy. You know, he's polite. You know, he's a nice kid, and this.
He did have a gun though.
He did, which, I mean, it's so in this area. You know, I've seen people get robbed. I've seen people, you know, get shot at. To have a gun on you, you're in Florida for one. They're so liberal with gun laws. It doesn't matter if you have a gun on you or in your possession. They took it away from him. He had no access to it, and they still shot him to death.
What's he like as a person?
Just a regular guy, just your average Joe, working guy. You know, he comes home to his girlfriend and likes to go out to the bar with his friends every weekend, or Wednesday nights is our night, really. So.
Now you were there with him. You guys all went.
I wasn't there. I came and met up with everybody here prior to where they all were. I came here at like 2 o'clock and met up with everybody, and everybody was having a great time. You know, it was fun.
Did you think before this happened? What did you think tonight was going to hold for you? Just having a few drinks, going home, having a good time.
A few drinks, a few laughs, and yeah, go home and call it a night, and then back at it this weekend.
So now that this has happened, where do you go from here? Where does everyone go from here?
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna see if my friend Taylor's all right. That's, you know, my number one. I know she's extremely heartbroken. You know, she thinks she found Mr. Right, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's murder.
What did the cops say when you were over there? What was the conversation?
They were just asking questions on exactly how it would happen, what went down, on what the cops did, how they handled themselves.
Now, you're saying that the cops murdered your friend. Do you even believe that by sitting there and being interviewed, they're going to care what you have to say?
No, I don't. I think that cop's going to be working in like a week. He'll be back at his job, you know, just another day. I see them all over there shaking his hands and giving him high fives like he's some kind of hero for shooting a fucking 24-year-old kid, or 25. How old is Victor? Yeah, 24, 25-year-old kid. It's like he was on the ground for one, already detained, had a cop already on top of him. So.
Do you know if his family's been notified?
I have no idea if his family's been notified.
And you said point blank. Can you describe that?
I mean, point blank. I know from my understanding of my history, point blank is like this: they had the gun up against him, right against his side.
Was he fighting back at all at that point?
I mean, he didn't even really have an option to fight back. He had two cops on top of him. You know, he was detained. He was under control. You know, whether he was going to be fighting back or not, they were going to get him in cuffs and in jail. There was no reason to shoot him like they did.
I'm sorry, can I see your first and last name?
Yes, Kevin Mullen. It's KEVIN MULLAN.
From Point Beach?
Yeah.
And last question real quick. What do you want people to know overall?
Just that I think cops are unfair. I don't think they should have shot him. I think they should have, you know, detained him a little bit better, tasered him or something. You got, like I said, you got a million non-lethal alternatives. Why are you going to choose lethal? I don't get it. I don't think they should have shot him. I mean, I have to see my friend Taylor. She's crying. She's threatening to kill herself because she's so upset because she just lost her Mr. Right. You know, it's pretty sad, but it is what it is. I mean, I honestly just feel like the cops murdered someone.